Hi everyone, it's Erin. It's Friday night. We just watched a very disturbing movie, and anybody in the prison ministry or in the correctional ministry, I don't know, it's not a ministry, correctional vocation, anybody who's a warden or a guard or a chaplain or
anybody who has a family member in prison?
Yeah, anybody who has stocks in a prison system, such as judges, lawyers, people who sell the shoes, or they're not allowed shoes, slippers. Anybody involved in this prison industrial complex, which has taken over from the military industrial complex as far as selling handcuffs and batons and tasers and weapons, guns and ammunition,
Nice.
and razor wire and all that crap, needs to watch this movie. And if they don't watch this movie, they're not responsible.
It's called the Stanford Prison Experiment. And if you wonder how how the torture could have occurred at Abu Ghraib, you need to watch this movie. The Bible talks about men's hearts are wicked, and the movie goes into how generally good people can turn evil very quickly when they're given an ability to abuse their power. And it's a very good movie.
Based on a true story.
Yep, and I think the psychologist that directed the experiment was named Zimbardo.
He's traveling around the world today teaching on this topic.
Yep. And, we may think that this was an experiment that happened in the 1960s, or it's a one-off sort of thing. But Erin said something very important as we were watching it. She said, this is happening in prisons right now, today, all over the country.
And not only that, we watched the movie. It's 2 hours long exactly, and it almost felt like a nightmaric eternity. And we have prisoners in there that are going on 4 decades, and innocent ones too. I don't know how they handle it.
Yeah, it's amazing that some of the prisoners that we communicate with are still sane to the point of being able to have a normal discussion with us.
That's God,
yeah,
preserving their mind.
Yep. When we talk to some of these prisoners, and they've been in prison 35 years, I can't tell you the amount of respect and empathy that I have, especially after watching a movie like the Stanford Prison Experiment. It was on Amazon Prime. We watched it tonight for $4, $3.99. I think YouTube lets you get it for like $13, so don't get it on YouTube. Go to Amazon Prime. But I do recommend you watch it.
It's 2 years old, right?
It's only 2 years old, but it was a true experiment that happened in the 1960s. And
the cast is excellent. The actors are excellent. The scenery is terrible.
Yeah, and the moral of the story is that men's hearts are wicked. And if you let men have dominion over other men, the wickedness really comes out in spades. And
isn't that what John said today in court? Something?
Yeah, he said that God gave men dominion over the creatures of the earth, but God did not give men dominion over other men.
I can see why.
Yep. And anyway, it really is worth your time to watch this movie and to understand what went on in the Stanford Prison Experiment. There's a similar experiment called the Milgram Experiment. It's not exactly the same, but it shows what people will do to other men when so-called authority gives them permission.
I would say, it's not everybody's cup of tea, the ministry that we've chosen. I know there's other ministries for orphans and widows and such. But I would say that this ministry should be a priority for everybody in America who thinks slavery is gone out of our country, because that's what they are. They're slaves, and we have millions of them in our country. And, we fought to abolish slavery, and here we are again.
That's a good point. All right, well, we're going to wrap this up unless you have anything else to add. No, I do recommend you watch it. It's very much worth your time, and it will really show in a brutal way what's going on inside prisons all over this country right now, today, to innocent men. Take care, and God bless.